poisoning the blood of our country, yes or no?
I did not say that.
I did not say that you said that. I'm asking if you agree with it, yes or no?
I did not say that.
Do you agree with it, yes
Senator,
or no?
my great-grandparents are immigrants.
Do you agree with it,
They
yes or no?
came here from Sicily
Do you agree
through
with it,
Ellis
yes or
Island
no?
when they were teenagers.
Do you agree with it, yes or no?
Senator, let me answer the question.
Yes or no? It's
My
real simple.
great-grandparents came here.
The confirmation hearing took a dramatic turn when Senator Alex Padilla repeatedly pressed Pam Bondi for evidence of 2020 election fraud, only for Bondi to fire back, "I'm not here to do your homework." The tense exchange quickly became one of the hearing's biggest flashpoints.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Before I begin, I just want to remind us all for the record that the 34 convictions, not indictments, convictions of former President, incoming President Trump were by a jury of his peers. Thank you, Ms. Bondi, for being here today, and I too would like to welcome your family and friends who are here.
Thank you.
Appreciated the opportunity to meet yesterday to learn about your priorities and discuss a number of issues that are important to me. But I got to tell you, as I reflected on our conversation yesterday and as I've observed the hearing today, I continue to have significant reservations on your ability to function as a truly independent Attorney General for your friend. Let's say you keep referring to him, your friend, President-elect Trump. So I hope you can address some of these concerns through your responses to my questions here. Now, the first issue area is something that we didn't get a chance to touch on yesterday. So I actually want to follow up on some of Senator Durbin's questions from earlier about the 2020 election. And to be specific, on the day after the 2020 presidential general election, you traveled to Philadelphia to appear alongside President Trump's then attorney, Rudy Giuliani. And together, you falsely asserted that President Trump had, quote, won Pennsylvania in that election. Now, I want to be clear, at that moment, there were still at least 1 million ballots left to be counted in Pennsylvania. Of course, President Biden went on to win the state by more than 80,000 votes. But in the following days, even after the results were clear, you continued to double down on the big lie, promoting falsehoods about election fraud and cheating without offering any actual evidence. And I remember it clearly because I served as California Secretary of State at the time, and I invited anybody associated with the Trump campaign who was making these claims to come forward with evidence of irregularities in the election or massive voter fraud. 4 years later, I still have seen none. So I ask you today, do you have any evidence of election fraud or irregularities in the 2020 election?
So, First Senator.
Yes or no? It's a yes or no question.
First Senator.
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
First Senator. I'm so sorry about the fires to you and Senator Schiff and what you're going through in your states. I have to say that.
I appreciate that, but my clock is ticking and I want to hear
all of
your
our
answer.
hearts go out to everyone in California for what you're facing right now. I'm glad you asked the question about Pennsylvania.
It's a yes or no question. Do you have evidence, yes or no?
Senator, I was hoping you'd ask the question.
Do you have evidence, yes or no?
I traveled to Pennsylvania.
Do you have the evidence, yes or no?
I traveled, Senator, to Pennsylvania.
Okay. You're not answering my question. If you have no evidence to offer, let me ask you this. Will you now retract your previous statements that Trump won Pennsylvania in the 2020 election, yes or no?
Oh, Senator, I traveled to Pennsylvania, and let me tell you what I saw firsthand.
Yes or
no? I didn't talk about California because I was not in California. I talked about...
Yes or no? Last time I'm going to ask.
I talked about Pennsylvania because
Mr.
I
Chair,
was there.
I'm going to move on because she's clearly not answering my questions. And I want to know, colleagues, for everybody, members of the committee and everybody watching, that the attorney who stood beside Mr. Giuliani was making very similar statements. And he has since been disbarred from multiple jurisdictions for making these false claims about the 2020 election in court. And like Mr. Giuliani, as you've noted today, you've taken an oath to uphold the Constitution just as an attorney. And now you're asking us to consider you to serve as the chief law enforcement officer in our country. So it's imperative, Ms. Bondi, that you subscribe to facts and evidence and not politically convenient conspiracy theories. Your job will be, your job will be to protect voters and election workers, not to undermine and dox them. Now, I know that earlier you agreed that Joe Biden is in fact president, but many of the president-elect's inner circle continue to spread the big lie about the 2020 election. Then we'll move on to a different topic. I know
Senator,
that's one
you were
that you're obviously
speaking.
not comfortable
May
with.
I speak? You
I
cut
want
me
to ask
off
you the
when I
next
was
question you
speaking.
can speak, and I hope you answer, Ms. Bondi.
Well, I'd
now,
like
when
to
we met
answer
yesterday,
the previous one, Senator.
when we met yesterday,
You pointed your finger at me and
you
said
did not
you were
seem
speaking.
to be familiar
Let me answer
with
my question.
the
I'm not going to be
citizenship
bullied by you,
clause, the
Senator
14th
Padilla.
Amendment of the United States of America, which was deeply disappointing.
I guess you
And I'm
didn't want
hoping
to
you're
hear
more
my
familiar
answer
with it
about
today
Pennsylvania.
after I gave an opportunity to study overnight. So can you tell me and this committee what the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment says?
Senator, I'm here to answer your questions. I'm not here to do your homework and study for you. If I am confirmed
No,
as
you're
Attorney
the one
General,
asking for a confirmation
hey,
vote,
you
ma'am.
cut me off. Can I please finish?
What does the 14th Amendment say?
Senator, the 14th Amendment, we all know, addresses birthright citizenship. I've been a state prosecutor. I've been a state AG. I look forward to, even given your remarks today, working with you and the people of California if I am confirmed as the 87th Attorney General of the United States of America. I didn't take your homework assignment. I'm sorry. I was preparing for today.
So on the 14th Amendment, now you've testified repeatedly to this committee that you will uphold the laws of this country and defend the Constitution of the United States. Do you believe birthright citizenship is the law of the land, and will you defend it regardless of a child born in the United States, regardless of their parents' immigration status?
Senator, I will study birthright citizenship. I would love to meet with you regarding
Ma'am, you're
birthright
asking us
citizenship.
to
Can I
continue
answer
to
the
serve as the
question?
Attorney General of the United States, and you still need to study the 14th Amendment of the Constitution? That is not helping me have more confidence in your ability to do this job. One other immigration-related question, I'll steer clear of the
I have
Constitution
one
and the
regarding
law.
that I'd like to
Senator
talk about.
Hirona asked you earlier, but I don't think you answered her question. Can you please tell us, do you agree with the statement that immigrants are, quote, poisoning the blood of our country, yes or no?
I did not say that.
I did not say that you said that. I'm asking if you agree with it, yes or no.
I did not say that.
Do you agree with it, yes or
Senator,
no?
my great-grandparents are immigrants.
Do you agree with it,
They
yes or no?
came here from Sicily
Do you agree
through
with it,
Ellis
yes or
Island
no?
when they were teenagers.
Do you agree with it, yes or no?
Senator, let me answer the question.
Yes or no? It's
My
real simple.
great-grandparents came here, immigrated to this country from Sicily, recently went and found each of their birth certificates. We are a nation made up of immigrants. Do I believe immigrants are poisoning our country? No, Senator.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I can't wait.
One of the most confrontational moments of Pam Bondi's confirmation hearing came when Democratic Senator Alex Padilla challenged her on the 2020 election, the Constitution, and her independence from President-elect Donald Trump. Padilla began by reminding the committee that Donald Trump had been convicted on 34 felony counts by a jury, before questioning whether Bondi could truly serve as an independent attorney general rather than someone loyal to her longtime political ally. He then turned to Bondi's role after the 2020 presidential election. Padilla recalled that Bondi had appeared alongside Rudy Giuliani in Pennsylvania, where they publicly claimed Donald Trump had won the state despite millions of ballots still being counted. Padilla repeatedly asked a straightforward question: did she have any evidence of widespread election fraud? Instead of giving a direct yes or no answer, Bondi attempted to explain why she traveled to Pennsylvania and what she said she personally observed there. Padilla interrupted several times, insisting she answer the question directly. As the back and forth continued, Bondi never directly stated that she had evidence of fraud, while Padilla argued that years later no credible evidence had been produced to support those claims. Padilla then shifted to another issue that has become central to the national immigration debate: birthright citizenship. He asked Bondi to explain the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment and whether she would defend it if confirmed as Attorney General. Bondi responded that she was not here to do your homework, adding that she would study the issue further if confirmed. That response immediately became one of the hearing's defining moments. Padilla seized on the exchange, arguing that someone seeking to become the nation's chief law enforcement officer should already have a firm understanding of one of the Constitution's most important amendments. The senator closed by asking Bondi whether she agreed with the statement that immigrants are poisoning the blood of our country, a phrase associated with President Trump. Bondi rejected the idea, pointing to her own immigrant family history and stating clearly that she does not believe immigrants are poisoning America. From a Democratic perspective, Padilla's questioning reflected broader concerns about protecting democratic institutions, respecting certified election results, and ensuring that the Attorney General remains independent from political influence. Democrats have consistently argued that the Justice Department must base its decisions on evidence and the rule of law rather than partisan loyalty. Bondi, however, defended her record and maintained that she would faithfully uphold the Constitution while serving the American people if confirmed. The exchange highlighted the sharp divide over election integrity, immigration, and constitutional interpretation. More importantly, it underscored the enormous expectations placed on the Attorney General, whose responsibility is not only to enforce federal law but also to maintain public confidence that justice is applied fairly and independently, regardless of politics.